Hello, Virgo. You know, it's so funny because you are number 6 on the most watched list for the starseed readings, and really in astrology, Virgo is the 6th sign. You own the 6th house, so yeah, maybe the number 6 is important for you in some way, or, you know, maybe somehow it's just meant to be this month. I'm having fun doing it in this way where I'm basing it on the popularity of the, previous videos that I posted. And that's for 2 reasons. Number 1, because, whichever sign is the most watched, that means that the majority of the people that are watching my videos happen to belong to that sign, right? So I want to make sure that they get their video first. But beyond that, it can get very monotonous recording these readings in the same pattern all the time, so it's fun to switch it up. You probably notice I have this deck here, the Star Trek The Next Generation Tarot Deck and Guidebook. It's new to me. I don't know if it's new on the market or not. I just know that it's new to me, and we're getting to know it today while I do these readings. I am a Trekkie. However, I've not watched this particular series because I'm more a fan of the original Star Trek. But that doesn't mean that I don't want this deck. Of course I want this deck. I'm a tarot addict. Anyway, so if you're a Trekkie like me and you happen to know this particular series, please forgive me if I don't recognize the characters immediately and I have to look at the book, okay? So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get into the reading. We're going to look at like the general energy of what's going on with you with the cards, and then after we find out like what's the general overall energy of what's going on, we'll look at the charms to see what do you need to be aware of regarding that over the next month. Okay, let's get into it. Geez, I don't know why I'm so clumsy, but okay. One more time, let's try this and hope that I don't make a mess of them. Hold on. I heard somebody talking in my ear. I just realized it's actually a song. Hold on. Oh no, it's the end of this song. How come you don't call me? I apologize for that. Okay. All right, so first we have the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck. So, and I apologize for the lighting, by the way. It's getting dark outside, so I had to turn on this overhead light that I really kind of hate because the coloring it's always off, and then you can see the shadow from the thing that my camera's on. Anyway, so having the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck, this is like, it's saying that something is on hold right now, like something is stagnant. It could be something that has to do with like a justice or an injustice, something that you think might be unfair at work or unfair regarding an Aries if it's not at work. This is someone who is like, probably holds a position higher than you in some way. Interesting that we have all major arcana on the bottom, and then we get to the this is the six of swords, or the 6 of batlets. I know I'm saying that wrong. So I was saying that about the 5 of swords, that it's not actually the 5 of swords because there's only 4.5 swords there. Well, the 6 of swords is more like 5 swords, because look at, now we've got 4 and 2 halves. So I actually feel like, it's so weird that I feel, like when I look at the 5 of swords in this particular deck, I always feel like I need to read it like it's in between the 4 and the 5. And with this one, I feel like I need to read it as if it's in between the 5 and the 6. Like it's not quite there with the energy of being ready to move on, but it's also not sitting in the energy of defeat. It's like somewhere in between, like I'm almost at the point where I'm okay, like I'm almost at the point where I'm going to let go, basically, and move on, because that's what the 4 of Pentacles, or the 4 of Latinum would be about. It was something that happened suddenly that you probably, it hit you out of the blue. And you might have felt like somebody did it like purposely to hurt you. Look at that face. Okay. And that's the energy of the past energy that led you up to this moment right now where you're here watching this reading with me. We have the song Aqueous Transmission, so just based on that song, it's like it's saying it's an emotional message, right? Interesting that he came out again. I guess it's a different face, isn't it, this time? He's not quite as gleeful, or, I mean, he still looks kind of happy, but he doesn't look so much like he's trying to, where did it go? Like he's trying to get away with something. Let's see. Look at the difference. The way he's holding this, whatever this is, as opposed to, either way, he still looks like he's got a secret. The way his eyes are shifting, right? From one side to the other. Come on, focus. Focus. Oh my God, focus. Whatever, I think you can probably get the gist, even if it's not wanting to like really cooperate with me. Focus. Is it my nails? Whatever. Okay. So this is the one that came out here. Either way, it's the same person. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. This is Virgo, right? Because here you are, if this is Virgo, and look at, here is the fire sign, possibly Leo. So maybe you're dealing with a Leo. This is the recent past energy. So Virgo, Leo in the recent past. But then when we come up into the immediate future, we have 7 of Latinum and 4 of Batlets, meaning 7 of Pentacles and 4 of Swords. So this is saying to be patient and enjoy this time of separation, or this time of rest and healing. Or that at least there's like a time, there's a period of healing coming up. Also, because the 7 of Pentacles counsels you to like be patient, right? In traditional Rider-Waite, when you see the imagery there, you see someone who he's just finished planting the seeds, or he's like working his, usually it's a tree that's full of pentacles, right? And he's sitting there and he's just kind of waiting for the pentacles to ripen so that he can harvest the fruit. But you have to be patient, right? Like you've done all the work up to that point. You've put in a lot of work up to that point. You have to be patient. And with the 4 of Swords, I always call this my sit down before you fall down card. So if you've put in a whole bunch of work and you're waiting for something to ripen so that you can harvest it, right? I feel like it's saying at this moment in time, especially coming up in the immediate future, or at least for December, for those Virgos, it's saying you need to sit back and allow yourself to rest and relax and let that harvest ripen before you try to do anything to it, or you're going to spoil it. That's why we have this Hanged Man here on the bottom of the deck. Especially if you're waiting for some sort of justice, right? Against, I was going to say Aries, but this is more fire energy. You've got a lot of fire energy coming through. I think you're dealing with a fire sign in some way. Possibly a Leo. And there's not really a whole lot to get like clarification on, because it's saying everything's paused. Pause, nothing is happening, which means if nothing is happening, there's nothing new, except that the page of Latinum is a messenger, right? So you might get some news or some information or something that's very tangible that makes you smile and makes you feel happy and allows you to finally rest or take a break in some way. because this is where you're sitting right now. Something tangible. There's something tangible that has happened, or you've received news of something tangible. Okay, so, but you still have to, you can't act on it, you can't do anything about it at this point. They're telling you still need to rest. So let's move on to the charms to see, like, well, what do you, what's coming over the next month for you? What do you need to be aware of? All right, so we have the song Bones, Imagine Dragons, 2 crystals, this one here, and then we have this one here, fell off the board, or fell, you know, away from the board. The song is saying, my patience is waning, is this entertaining? Oh, interesting. And then we have Aries coming through, which is fire energy here. Okay, hold on. A couple of things are like jumping out at me all at once. It could be that there's like a lot of information coming in for you at once as well. I'm going to start right here. Even though these, hold on, let me just start right here. Like I say, it's calling my attention in a couple of different spots. So let me order these. We're going to start with your career or reputation, right? There's something about a loss of money and changes happening around this area. And that's because you have you've got the rune of wealth, but it's in the reverse. This one is Fehu, F-E-H-U, if you want to Google it and get more information. And then the $5 bill is upside down. 5 is the number of chaos and change. Being upside down, it means some sort of loss or expense. So there's something, you might lose your job, or there's something, maybe that's why you're feeling so impatient and they're telling you to sit down. Like you might be even scared, right, over this loss or whatever this change in this chaos is. And then you get some news that tells you, don't worry. It'll probably be something tangible, not just what I'm saying here. Like, I think it'll be actually something tangible that you can relax by. And then we have this, let's go over here, because this is one of the ones that was literally calling me first. These 2 crystals here. So this is Desert Rose, which is a type of selenite. Its energy is very gentle. It looks very delicate and beautiful, right? Selenite is a very high vibrational stone. And if you look very closely at this one, it kind of has a sort of creamy kind of coloring to it, right? Interesting. Look there's a face like a moon right there. Do you see it? I know I'm not the only one that sees that. So the moon, the full moon, hold up. The full moon 6 months from now. 6 months from now, at least, the full moon. I don't remember which one. I'm sorry, we don't remember right offhand which one we just had, but you'll know, especially if you did something right around the most recent new moon. Be gentle, especially in terms of your communication, of the way that you feel about something. Be very, very gentle. Be very, very gentle. Keep the other person in mind 1000%. And I feel it's a feminine that you're going to be talking to. It feels very, very feminine. That face feels very, very, very feminine. This is coming out over your 11th house, which is your extended circle, your extended social circle. Hold on, we have the song Daisy, Ashniko. Okay, the peacock is upside down in your 1st house. It's like you are avoiding being yourself, or there's something about you that's very unique that you are trying to hide or you're avoiding. What is it? Why do you hide it? Don't hide your uniqueness. Let yourself shine. Be the peacock. Be the peacock. Be the peacock. You're definitely going to need to be the peacock this month. Take up space too. Look at how big those feathers are. The tail feathers. Take up your full space. 1000%. And for some reason this feels masculine. Well, the peacock that shows like this is a masculine bird. But the energy that's coming through feels very masculine. Like if you're a masculine watching this, you need to just let your uniqueness show. Take up space. I can't say it enough, like take up space. So coming into your second house, you've got a person, place, or thing with the letter A that's going to affect your money in some way. When we come to your third house, this is the house of communication. You have the letter T in the upright. So this is a person, place, or thing probably connected to your family that you're talking to. You probably already know who this is. You're very aware of them. They're aware of you, right? Like you know what I'm talking about when I say this. You may not like it, but you know what I'm talking about when I say this. And it could be within Aries as well, because the Aries is coming out of the 4th house and the 5th house, which would be children, especially if you follow the like maybe you're having a conversation with one of your children who's an Aries, or it's either they either have a name that starts with T, or it's about something that's some issue, right? With the letter T. But with this, it's something about what you're saying is very attractive, very grounding in some way. Like very grounding. This actually feels like very anchored, right? Very wise, grounding. It's very attractive to whoever you're talking to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that here, but we have Good Day to Be My Dealer by Kaylee Morgue, M-O-R-G-U-E. So yeah, I hope that resonates. If it does not, please watch for your sun, moon, or rising. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, anything that you can to help me, because it very much helps me, and I thank you for watching.